Most prestigious fuel producers use different kinds of additives to improve fuel to be the most effective during combustion. A unique method of fuel treatment has been tested by an American international research and development laboratories and patented by General Motors Company. You will not add any additive into the fuel mixture. By using a device with a commercial name FuelMax, you will improve the fuel mixture inside of your vehicle. The FuelMax unit consists of two frequency resonators. When this device is installed on a fuel line, the frequency resonance generated by its powerful magnetic field will fracture the hydrocarbon chains in the passing fuel, causing the clusters of molecules to break apart, thus allowing the individual molecules to get more exposure to oxygen. This will lead to improved burning or combustion of the fuel and the generation of considerably less air pollutants. The tests conducted on engines using such treated fuel proved considerable emissions reduction. The same tests have been carried out by an independent certified U.S. Environmental Protection Agency laboratories, EPA. The tests were conducted on a brand new 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee. The device gave the Jeep an increase in mileage by over 27%. The effect of neodymium superconductors is well presented on the photographs taken with a microscope, where the molecules remain separated from each other even several hours after the FuelMax installation. The tests were conducted on a motorcycle Honda Translap. Tests on a dynamometer proved increased engine performance due to more complete combustion. The tests were conducted on a Skoda Fabia with the engine capacity of 1,400 cubic centimeters. The same test showed overall engine torque curve smoothing. After the FuelMax installation on a Renault pickup, another positive effect such as stabilized engine running was noticed. There was only a minimum difference between the highest rotational speeds during 4 consequent measurements. After 4,950 kilometers of normal driving conditions, the gasoline consumption decreased by 0.4 liters per 100 kilometers. I installed FuelMax device on the fuel line of my Skoda Felicia with an injection system. The gasoline consumption decreased by 10%, and these days I get 70 kilometers more per fuel tank. To install FuelMax device, you do not need any installation tools. First, locate fuel supply line. The fuel supply line should be the colder one while the engine is running. Second, align the FuelMax halves so as the side grooves are alike. Insert the nylon tie through the grooves on one side only. This should help locate the FuelMax as close to the carburetor or fuel injection system as possible. Third, complete installation by threading the tie through the grooves on the other side. Tighten and trim off the excess tie. The FuelMax unit is able to treat the fuel efficiently for engines with capacity up to 1,300 cubic centimeters. Engines with a higher capacity are to be installed with more efficient and powerful device, Super FuelMax. Its immense forces do not come to cause alone, but from a huge increase on flux density. The power is spread over a much wider surface of its superconductors. In other words, the time for fuel treatment is prolonged. In case of gasoline engines with V-arranged cylinders, it is a must to install 2 Super Fuel Max units, one for each individual cylinder line. The Fuel Max operation is in direct proportion to the fuel volume being treated by the Fuel Max. This means that engines with high capacity, such as trucks, buses, are to be installed with so-called a big set. The big set consists of Fuel Max units and one Super Fuel Max unit where the Fuel Max unit is installed on each injector. Super Fuel Max unit is located as close to the fuel pump as possible. Our firm has been offered a fuel-saving device, Fuel Max, by a firm Tank Plus to carry out fuel-saving tests. The tests were conducted on a midliner with an excellent results received. The fuel saving was about 1.6 litres per 100 kilometres. At the same time, there is a smoke opacity measurement carried out on this vehicle. Before a big set installation, the smoke opacity value was 1.74. After 15 kilometers of standard driving conditions, the smoke opacity value dropped down to 1.56. That means smoke opacity reduction by 12%. Another smoke opacity as well as fuel consumption tests were conducted on 2 buses in a bus transportation company, Yuhatrans. After standard installation of a big set, we set out for a test run. I have a feeling of increased performance. It even asks for 5th gear. Did you shift to 5th gear? Yes, I did. A fuel-saving device, Fuel Max, was installed on a Karosa bus. The measurement was carried out in April 2000 with the following results. After the installation of a big set on a bus, Karosa, fuel consumption decreased by 1.87 litres per 100 kilometres. A noticeable fuel consumption reduction by 3.35 litres per 100 kilometres was measured on a bus Karosa B941. To increase Fuel Max effect, you may replace it for a more powerful Super Fuel Max unit. Fuel Max device is able to treat any kind of fuel where hydrocarbons are presented, such as gasoline, diesel or gas.